Hey guys, what's up? My name is Val Bazo and I want to just welcome you to this What is Coaching open house. It's kind of my sneak peek, my behind the scenes of this business that I have created over the last 5.5 years, how the opportunity is available for anyone who wants to take hold of this and go for it, what the qualifications are, kind of everything in a whole. So I am here, right here in this group, taking this time this week to explain all of the ins and outs to you. Make sure that you check out the files section and the photo albums. It'll say photos and then albums in here. That you can go and check out the images that I've uploaded, meet a few of the leaders of our team, and just kind of like feel our energy and how we are, you know, normal people. I'm a mom of 3 girls. I'm a wife, military wife, and I've just literally taken this business 5.5 years ago from something that ultimately I wanted to start to help myself stay accountable to losing 15 pounds and to really getting my own self-confidence. I like to say back, but I don't think that I have ever had so much confidence in my life until I really embraced this business opportunity. I embraced the programs that I was using. I embraced the nutrition plans that I had no idea what I was doing 5.5 years ago, but I took these little baby steps to learn nutrition, to learn how to eat clean. I fell in love with the process. I fell in love with understanding that I could take my favorite comfort foods and turn them into things that were healthy but still tasted equally as good. I have taken pride in ultimately creating this content for 5.5 years through social media to just help women like myself, to help moms, to help any new moms, expecting moms, women in general, whether you're a mom or not, just giving this content and waking up every day and thinking to myself, someone helped me. Someone believed in me enough to give me a chance when I was not even believing in my own self 5 years ago. So I want to do that for my girls, my boss babes, my tribe, and hopefully help inspire and give you that hope that this can be something for you as well. But no matter what you decide once you go through this open house, if this is for you, amazing. If not, maybe some other time, maybe not at all. But I just want to thank you for taking the time to watch these videos, to go through this information, and to really have an open mind as to what this opportunity could potentially do for yourself, for your family, for your future, for anything that you aspire to be or to dream. Because I like to start off by saying, this business is a platform, right? You don't have to just be putting out there, I love to work out, I love to eat clean. Maybe that's not you. Maybe you're just using this platform to help yourself get healthy in different ways. But this can be such a solid foundation for you to better your own life, to use Beachbody as your way into just creating your own type of business, where if you don't have to be like me to succeed in this business, but you do have to find your own voice. And that's where I always say, I'm like, be a voice, not an echo. So I hope that helps you guys understand that anyone can do this and take this and create whatever kind of appearance, whatever kind of brand you personally want to help inspire and help to change your own life and hopefully change other people's. Okay, so 5.5 years ago, picture this. The Val back then, mom of 2 at that point. My kids were not in school yet. My husband was full-time active duty military in the Navy, and he was deployed all the time. I mean, I rarely ever saw my husband. We had moved from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania to Gulfport, Mississippi, knew like 2 people here. I felt isolated. I felt alone. I felt angry. I felt abandoned by my husband a lot of the times because, again, he wasn't home. It wasn't his fault, but in my mind, the negativity was running rampant, and it was always a constant, why me? Why is this happening to me? So it was always I took the poor me road all the time. It took everything out of me to get out of bed most mornings to take care of my kids. That was the reason why I got up out of bed, was because of them. And finally, just one day, I happened to get on Facebook, which I did not use like I use now, you guys. I literally would get on Facebook every once in a blue moon, and I would make fun of the people that I would see posting their status updates and all of this stuff, you know, that you see me doing now. Ultimately, I didn't understand why people would do that. But I had a message in my inbox from an old acquaintance asking me if I'd ever thought about doing Beachbody coaching, and I was like, what in the world is that? And she was like, I just think that you'd be a really great coach. I know that you love the programs, because I remember you talking about it, you know, way back when, and I just thought that you'd be interested in the opportunity. And of course, immediately I shut it down. Immediately, I didn't even respond to her, but in my head, I was like, why is this chick messaging me? But I had done now P90X 11 years ago. I did that right after I had my first daughter, and then I fell in love with Turbo Fire whenever it came out. I attempted Insanity, and I would talk about these programs at my MOPS meetings and with my friends who were like, hey, what are you doing? And this was, again, this was 10 years ago, and I just loved what Beachbody, the company as a whole, and their mission stood for. But I had no idea that there was like a way that I could have a job with that company. So she kept messaging me. She wouldn't stop. And finally I was like, you know, no, I'm not interested. She kept messaging me anyways. And then finally, you know, long story short, after almost 6 weeks of me like back and forth with her, yes, I'm going to sign up, but then I would not respond to her. Finally, I did. And you want to know what made me sign up? It was because I had for military, you guys, we can sign up for free. So I was like, fine, I will sign up. I will sign up for free just to get her to stop messaging me. And that was that. But let me tell you, in the back of my mind, skeptic part aside, something was telling me to go for this. Something or someone, I always say that this is a God thing, 100%. I just felt this calling, I felt this tugging, I felt this whisper saying, this is your out. Like, this is your way. Stop looking for something else. Because at this exact moment in time, 5.5 years ago, I was just realizing, as my husband was, you know, in Japan on a deployment, I was left alone realizing that we were struggling in so much debt because bills kept piling up, creditors kept calling my name, we were foreclosing on a house that we once owned. It was a crazy mess. We were considering filing bankruptcy. My life was in shambles, and at that point, all that I could think of was, I'm gonna have to leave my babies in a daycare, knowing no one here, just to go and get a job to help pay off this awful debt that my husband and I had gotten ourselves into, and I didn't know which way to turn. So this opportunity, when I say it was beyond a blessing, because I took hold of it and I actually did something with the opportunity. I turned that $40 coach sign up, which ultimately was free for me as military. I took that and I turned this into the business that it can be. That $1 million business is what you're gonna hear me say over and over again. So when I did finally sign up, I could have just left that, you know, little sign up and kept going because she was bugging me. But instead I didn't. Instead I said, okay, let me hop on this Monday night team call. Let me see what this is all about. And on that call was when I heard my leader, and now one of my best friends, talking about her business, of how she's done this for, like, at that time it was 2 years that she had been in this business. She was a top in the company, earning $2,000 to $3,000 a week. I'll never forget that because I had no idea the earning opportunity with this either. When I heard that, that was like my end all, like, if I could even earn $200 a week that was gonna help my family, but knowing the potential of working hard for 2 years and being able to earn that kind of money, I was all in. And in that call, she talked about changing that mindset. And instead of saying, why me and why is life happening to me, why not switch that and say, why not me? Why not me? Why can't I change every circumstance that I'm in right now? Why can't I take this shitty situation and use it for better of the good, to better myself, to get out of it, to make the changes, which is going to be hard, but so worth it in the long run, to change that instant gratification mindset where I want something now to saying, nope, I have to wait until I can afford it in cash. I have to wait until I pay off that debt. I have to wait until I earn the success. I have to wait, but it will come as I work my butt off to do it. And instead of saying, why is life happening to me? I started to change my mindset and think, well, what if I would start saying that this is happening for me? This is happening for me, to use my story to inspire someone else to help them change, to use my situation and change it for the better of to be better, for the good that can come of it. That is where my mind started. And from that moment on, I took this business, and the start is the hardest. Getting started and trying to understand what in the world I'm doing, that was the hardest part. But I took to YouTube, I took to Google, I took to my team page, I did the work, I figured it out. You're gonna hear me say, everything is figure outable, but I had a system. I created a system that works 100% when you give 100%, and when we take this and we run with it. So that is what I did. That's how my story got started. I then started to use my social media, which scared the crap out of me because, like I said, I never used Facebook. I didn't know what Instagram was. I had no idea what social media really was or what it could be. But I wanted to be good at it. I wanted to just say, you know what, who cares what other people's opinions are? Because at the time I was surrounded by some pretty toxic friendships, or thought it was friendships at the time, of people who would verbally tell me, I won't be your friend anymore if you post on Facebook, or that's stupid, or what you're doing is stupid, or, who cares about paying off debt, whatever. That's who I was surrounded by. So I had to gradually get myself out from that kind of talk and surrounding myself around the people who I knew I had to be around, who had already created the kind of success that I wanted to have for myself in my own life. Those were going to be my people. Those were going to be my tribe. But I also knew that I had to level up, and I had to show up, and I had to do the work for them to want to hang out with me, right? Because you can only hang with the people that you're matching their efforts and doing that work and hitting those goals. So that's what I did, and that's what I chose to do. So yes, this has been so worth it, this 5.5-year journey. I am 100% confident in the content that I have, in the systems that I give, in the business that I've created, and how any single person coming in here, signing up to become a Beachbody coach can and will succeed when you have the mindset, when you have the determination, when you have the drive, the will, and the why to make this your priority and have no plan B. There's no trying. It is saying, I'm going all in. And that's what I did for myself and for my business. And now here I am. My husband and I am happy to say we have paid off over $140,000 in debt. Our only debt that we have is our house, which we are working on paying off. I share this openly, not ever to brag, but to just show my people and to show my team and to show anyone willing to take this on and do this with me what the possibilities are. I am a mid 6-figure a year earner, working towards that 7-figure. I'm very close, and it's all because I help people first. I never focus on the money, I focus on the people, and I focus on changing myself to hopefully inspire and help change other people's lives. I focus on creating new leaders. I don't want more followers. I'm at a point in my business where I know what it takes to level up. I know what it takes to create a $1 million a year, mid-$1 million a year business with my team. I know how to do this, and it's my passion to help teach the business side as you are doing your own fitness journey. So that's always like the key point of this, is you're going to be working on yourself with your fitness and nutrition no matter what. That's just going to become like part of our life, and more focusing on your mindset, learning as we go, and taking this and just embracing it and saying, I'm here, we're going to do this together, we're going to lock arms and drive towards your goals, right? So whether your goal is to earn, like mine in the beginning was my huge dream was to earn $200 a month. That quickly turned into much bigger goals. It turned into much bigger work ethic, but ultimately I created my business within my first year. With just learning as I go, with failing forward, with working a few hours a day. Typically, like my first 6 months, I worked a couple of hours a day. And then, when I'd put my kids to bed at night, I would sit down, instead of turning on the TV, I would open up my computer and I would learn and I would do. I would learn and I would do. And then I'd get up a little bit earlier to get my workout done, and my fingers would go as fast as they could to send messages, to type up some meal plans, to just learn as I went. So, biggest blessing. I'm so thankful for this opportunity, and I'm even more thankful that I get to help my own team, I get to recruit coaches to my organization and teach them this exact same process. So I hope that you are one of them. If you have any questions, I would absolutely love for you to, post them here in this group, tag me, message me, whatever you have, because I am an open book and I'm here to help. So I cannot wait to go roll into day 2. So anything that you guys have that you want answered, just let me know. Bye, guys.